And welcome back to another edition of Smackdown Hour 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. Big show today, all of the fallout from the Royal Rumble, of course. Bianca Belair winning the Royal Rumble and Edge winning the Royal Rumble. We'll see if they choose who they're going to face tonight, but it certainly will be an interesting show with storylines building on the road to WrestleMania. And we kick things off with Roman Reigns after a short recap of his Royal Rumble win. He said he's not happy with Kevin Owens and wants to move on to Edge, called him out. Reigns was furious that he didn't come out, asking where he was before leaving, and said he would be back later in the night. This was an okay opening to SmackDown. I'm surprised we didn't just get Edge right off the bat, but of course it did lead to something down the show, so it's fine. Dominic Mysterio vs King Corbin was first up. Dominic and Ray were attacked while making their entrance, and when we returned from SmackDown with the match was underway, and Dominic hit a big basement dropkick. Dominic hit a big dive over the ropes, and Ray recovered and joined him at ringside. After another break, Corbin was about to take the 619, but reversed it into a deep 6. Corbin was stuck on the apron and distracted Dominic before an awkward 619 and a splash followed up to give Dominic the win. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. An okay match, but I'm just a bit bored with this storyline, to be honest. Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro was up next on SmackDown. Bryan took control early on before Cesaro hit a drop kick. Yes kicks continued to hit Cesaro before he countered a running knee and got back on top. The Swiss Cyborg hit the Cesaro swing and locked in the sharpshooter, making Bryan tap out. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Fast pace, but a very good match. I think it may have ended early because there was quite a lot of bleeding, because I couldn't imagine Bryan tapping out otherwise. But except for that, it was a really good match. Next up, we got Bayley versus Ruby Riots. Ruby was in trouble early on as Bayley taunted her. Bayley missed a powerbomb off the apron and locked in a submission when Billie Kay rushed to help her. Bayley pinned Riot off the distraction from Kay and picked up the win. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It's an okay storyline. Bayley got a win, but I kind of like to see her doing a bit more than this. And as for the Riot Squad, they just... Bianca Belair was out next to announce who she wanted to face at WrestleMania before Reginald interrupted, and so did Sasha. The pair had a little bit of an argument before Sasha said she's not been watching Belair and wasn't sure if she's the best. Reginald was now on Sasha's side, and it looked like they were making fun at Belair before we got Otis and Chad Gable versus Ziggler and Rude. Gable and Ziggler kicked off the match. Gable got on top before Ziggler used a bit of dodgy tactics. Rude recovered and used Ziggler's distraction to get the win with a glorious DDT. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. To be honest, this wasn't a great match and just put the titles back on Street Profits. Next up on SmackDown, Sami Zayn, Apollo Crews and Big E battled it out in a triple threat IC title match. Zayn left the ring right away and let Crews and Big E fight. They had a really good fight, to be honest. Apollo got a near fall before Sami rushed back in, got in control, before Crews sent Zayn into the timekeeper's area, before Big E hit the big ending for the win. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Really enjoyed the story and the quality of the match, so this was definitely a success. Very good match. And then finally in our main event segment, Edge was out and said that he was dreaming that he was on his way to WrestleMania. As SmackDown continued, the Race Star Superstar revealed Edge's dreams were coming through, but he said he had to choose. Reigns, Uso and Heyman walked to the ring and said he wanted to fight him before Raymond sent Uso and Heyman to the back. They continued to argue before Owens came out, and Owens laid out Reigns to end the show. I don't know why we need Owens here. Can we just get Owens out of this storyline? We've seen it all before. This week, SmackDown gets a 6 out of 10 from me. It wasn't the greatest SmackDown ever. It wasn't the worst SmackDown ever. There were definitely some ups and downs. Really enjoyed the triple threat match. Enjoyed Roman and Edge until Owens interrupted. And Bryan Cesaro was good, but then we did have some down points as well, so a bit of an average show. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.